What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Debate Room, where today we shall be speaking about female drivers, women drivers, however you want to call it, right? What's happening with that? There's a lot of looks like pressure to put a female driver in an F1 car, right? Especially the one in the middle of this picture, Jamie Chadwick. So the question arises, why is there no F1 driver so far? Especially if you look back in the history of F1, before the 90s, there were several women, like 3, 4, 5, something like this, that tried to participate, right? And they barely qualified. There was one that scored a point, but it was in Montjuïc racetrack in Barcelona, or close to Barcelona, right? Where there was a huge amount of accidents. It was very risky. There was no safety standards and whatever. But anyway, since then, there is no female drivers in F1. It has been dominated by men. Well, it has always been dominated by men. But it looks like now there is this kind of pressure, right, to try to put a female driver in an F1 car. And I'm kind of seeing that in the near future, there will be one put there. But I have the fear that unless this is made through pure merit, let's say, it's gonna be a catastrophe. It's gonna be a catastrophe, and I will show you later why. First of all, if you see any of these drivers and their careers, right? Before getting to the W series, which was a series created so female drivers could have an opportunity, equal opportunity, let's say, right? So they could see who is better than who, or whatever. Before that, you can see that perhaps in karting, female drivers have this equality with men, right? Especially since karting usually is done before the age of 15, something like this, where women actually develop faster than men. Maybe they have similar strength as the kids, right? But then, when they start to get into formulas and the cars start getting corner speed, braking, they require some braking strength and whatever, you will see that female drivers start to get towards the back of the grid. I don't think... Well, I kind of know. This is not a matter of talent. This is a matter of how can I say this without offending anyone? It's a matter of gender, basically. Male or human males are stronger than human females, right? Physically, there is an advantage due to hormones and stuff that men develop strength more than women do, right? This is a fact. There's no denying this. So what is happening there then? That as cars start requiring strength to apply to the brake, to apply on the steering wheel for a certain amount of laps, lap after lap, corner after corner, right? They start to get this disadvantage on driving. And again, I don't think this is a matter of not having the talent. I think they do. I think they are very good drivers. Just starting with like this Chadwick girl, right? Won the title of the W series. It's not a matter of talent, it's about a matter of capability to drive the fast cars, like an F1 car. And perhaps if you see the model of Danica Patrick, for example, right? In IndyCar. But in the IndyCar, it's a different thing. You don't have to brake, and you only have like 3 or 4 corners in the racetrack. There are high-speed corners, and you don't require a lot of strength to steer that car, right? You just require the ability, the talent to make the car stay on track. But that is oval racing, right? This is racetrack racing. If Danica Patrick was racing in street races with a car as fast as an F1 car, for example, would she be competitive? If you put, I don't know, an Alexander Albon next to Danica Patrick, would she be able to beat him? Or if not Danica Patrick, let's just put any of these drivers that we have here in the image, right? Can Chadwick beat Alexander Albon? Or Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen? I'm giving top drivers or not top drivers, right? Mick Schumacher, can they beat him? Maybe some of these girls was in the grid with Mick Schumacher or any other, or Logan Sargent, I don't know. But are they capable of handling an F1 car, right? You can see Jamie Chadwick, for example, right, in the picture. Champion of the last season of W Series. I'm not sure if this year they will continue to do it because there was some funding issue, but anyway. And you can see her pedigree, or her career summary, whatever you want to call it, right? And you can see here, she starts year developments, 10th position in the championship, right? 20 races, 0 wins, 0 pole positions, 0 fastest laps, 0 podiums, points 221, position 10th totally. I don't know how many are there. There's 8. British GT Championship, she was the first one there. You see here, 2 victories, 5 podiums, the first one with 9 races. Silverstone 24 hours, 1 race, 1 win, 1 pole position, 1 fastest lap, 1 podium, first. I don't know if these 24 hours races usually have 3 drivers at least, right? Or 4 drivers. She drove that car, obviously. There's other colleagues, I don't know if they were female as well. Don't know. Anyway, she won it, right? Which means this girl is fast. British GP Championship, you have 15th, which is the same as this one. In a different racing team, she made 2. And then another team 2, so 6 races in total before she did 9. And you can see 15th after scoring 29 points. You have British Formula 3 Championship, where she came 9th. I know here at least there are 20 drivers, so not bad. 24 races, 0 wins, 0 pole positions, fastest laps, 1 podium. Same thing the following year in the different team, 24 races, 1 victory, okay. 0 pole positions, fastest laps, 2 podiums, 8 in the championship. So to finish like this in the British Championship, I think it's actually kind of good. The F3, the British F3, is actually starting to require some strength, but still, women perhaps can still fight for something there, right? And then you go to here, 24 hours of Nürburgring, 5th in the general, 1 race, obviously. Formula 2000, she finished 1st after 15 races. Formula E, test driver, W Series, she won the championship, of course, against other women. 2 victories, 3 pole positions, 5 podiums, right? F3 Asian Championship, where you fight with other men, for example. 3 races, finished 14th. 0 points, 18 points, and 0 for everything, right? And I'm saying, and I'm pausing a lot in Jamie Chadwick, because this is in theory like, from what it seems, like the best upcoming young driver, right? Woman, young driver that there is there. There is also another Japanese woman, but anyway, we will talk about her later. So just you can see how her summary of career looks like, right? W Series, won again, W Series, won again. So she looks like can beat other women. She's the fastest of all the women. Williams Racing, development driver, IndyCar, which is where she is now. 1 race, 17 points, new series, and so on. So you can see more or less that in the junior formulas, not even there she did anything. 5 podiums here in Ginetta Junior, right? Championship. But nothing that you would see in someone that should... like, let's put a man with this career pedigree, or however you want to with these results, right? Let's call it the results. If you put a man with these results, they don't even stand a chance to have the points for the super license. So no chance that a driver like this will go into F1. They need to at least be podiums and winners. They need to demonstrate they can win races, right? In F2, F3, whatever category. And you can see that basically, except for the W Series where they are beating other women, and in all these 24-hour races that I mentioned, like the Nürburgring or Silverstone, where she's sharing the car, I'm guessing with other men, she doesn't have many stuff, like here actually F3 fastest lap. So Jamie Chadwick is fast, but perhaps she doesn't have the capability to have this physical power to steer the car as a man would, right? As a man starts developing towards those 16, 18 years of age, and they start to get the advantage. I don't know. And this is like the best one, right? Abby Eaton, perhaps another one that Top Gear's fans might know. More into GT series rather than formulas, right? You see here the career that she has. Some victories in touring cars, right? More into GT, touring cars. And you can see here, no anything at all. Super 2 Series, British GP Series, 21st. I don't know. GT Cup, 3 wins, 4 pole positions. So into GT Series apparently she can, but as soon as she got into W Series, nothing. You have Marta Garcia from Spain, right? There was a big thing in Spain about this woman. Short career so far, so she's young, right? Spanish Formula 4, 11 races. As a guest driver, she was not eligible for points. Okay. The next season, she finished 9th, scoring 70 points. 0 wins, 0 pole positions, no fast laps, no podiums. FP Championship, F4 Championship, sorry. 3 races, 8 points, nothing. W Series, here they are fighting with other women, and you can see she finished 4th, then 12th, then 6th. And then, apparently, this new category that they are creating, F1 Academy. Let's see how that goes for 2023. You can see that before she got into higher formulas, look at this, 17th, 3 races, 9th in the 4th Formula 4 Spanish Championship. And not great results. So, I don't know. Again, same thing like Jimmy Chadwick, right? Ella Martí, another Spanish driver. Big things expected from her because in lower categories she was doing very well. And you can see here, Spanish F4 16th. GT Winter Series with BMW Spain. 2nd. W Series, she finished 7th. GT, so it looks like she's more into the GT other than the formulas, right? Again, not... I really don't know if this Spanish GT series is something that they drive alone or they have other drivers as well. But anyway, she finished 2nd. Looks like GT, she's doing kind of okay. Perhaps they don't have the limitations that a formula has with the corner speed, right? F1 Academy, GT, once again, she's participating there. So far, 1 race, 16 points, she's 7th. So they are there. They can be in the top 10. At least in GT series. In formulas, you can see the woman that tried to be in F2, for example, which I will talk about later, they didn't do much. Juju Noda, she has 17 years of age, still very young, right? In Japan, due to she was the daughter of some Noda guy that was competing as well. She has this education, opportunities to try F3 cars when she was really, really young. But you see, in W Series, she came, if she was that huge of a talent, she would have finished close to Jamie Chadwick, which is like 7 years older than what she is. But still, you can see here, right? Lucas Oil Series, 14th, F4 Danish Championship. I don't know about this championship, to be honest, but anyway. She had a win, she had 3 pole positions, fastest laps, podiums, she finished 6th. So she could do something here, right? And it was 3 years ago. Now she's 17, that she was 14 years of age. Again, the Danish one, 17 races that she did. She finished 7th, which is not bad. Well, Academy Series, F4 Series, W Series, she finished 7 races, 14th. F2000 Italy Formula Trophy, she didn't participate because guest driver, okay. And now this year, she will do Formula 3 Cup, she will do again the F2000. Euro Formula Open Championship. Let's see what she does. This girl is young, and actually I remember reading about her like 3-4 years ago when she was still a kid and racing in Japan, that people had a lot of hopes that this girl could make it into F1. Let's see what happens with this girl. Again, I highly doubt that she will make it because she will have a physical disadvantage to drive an F1 car. It's not the same thing driving an F1 car full speed for 1 lap or for 60 laps or 300 kilometers, which is the minimum for F1, right? Let's see what happens with this girl, how she develops. Beitske Visser, perhaps you know this girl more if you follow lower formulas. Or what she did, she transitioned into GT series because in formulas she couldn't do much. And you can see here, for example, you have into, among other things, right? Formula Renault 3.5, 17 races, 21st, 11 points, no anything at all. GP3 series, which is now the Formula 3. With Trident, 28th, 2 races. You will see that she will participate in W Series, European Le Mans 19th, 9th, Michelin 68th, W Series 8th. I remember watching this girl when she was in the Formula Renault 3.5, right? And you can see here in the second year, 23rd, 17 races, 21st. So she was not even close to being in the top 10. But in GTs, apparently, she can do something, right? Again, GT looks like for women, there's not such big thing with high corner speeds as formulas do, right? Tatiana Calderón, this girl was a test driver or development driver for Alfa Romeo or Sauber, if you want to call it, before. And you can see her career summary here as well. A3 Asian Championship, 9 races, 31 points, 13th. Formula 1 Alfa Romeo test driver, Formula E, Porsche, FIA Formula 2 Championship, 22 races, 22nd. Nothing at all. And this is actually a category that you should measure yourself with if you want to go into F1, because it's like the lower category of F1. They are not as fast as the F1 cars. The corner speed is not so hard, but they are physically demanding cars, right? If you cannot win, if you cannot get to the podium in this cars, how can you get to a podium or something? How can you give a plus to a team that wants to hire you in F1, right? And look at this girl. Like, this girl made it into F2. All the other girls that I mentioned so far, none of them went to F2. Not even close. This girl, Tatiana Calderón, made it into F2, and you can see where she finished after 22 races, 22nd. And nothing at all. Points scored, 0. And there are 2 races for F2, right? GP3 Series, 11 points, 18 races, 16th. World Series, Formula, which is disappeared, I believe. 2 races, 25 points, 1 podium. See, maybe that's why she got into F2. GP3 Series, 15 races, 7 points. Again, maybe this is why she got into F2. So Tatiana Calderón, again, is showing that she has some kind of talent, right? She has talent to be there. She's a fast driver, but again, when you jump from GP3, for example, into Formula 2 or GP2 or what, you can see that she did nothing. She didn't even stand a chance to drive that car as fast as the other guys. And you can see the rest of the summary if you want, right? And I mean, look at how many stuff she has. Like, she kept competing, right? The Super Formula, I'm guessing this is the Japanese one, right? 5 races, 0 points. European LMP2, Formula 1 Alfa Romeo racing driver, testing driver, something here as well. Super Formula, 0 points. IndyCar Series, there she is, 7 races, 58 points, 29th. 29th. There's like 30-something drivers in IndyCar, and she finished almost the last. And again, some races in F2, right? 0 points, 28th. So, and I'm saying once again, and you can see here the results for F2, for example. I put it here so people can watch. 13, 13, 15, so she didn't get into the top 10 in a single race. And I'm guessing here, I don't know, oh no, this is an end. She didn't get into the top 10 a single race. She was closing here. But here again, she made some races, retire, do not start. I'm very bad. Very back to the end, right? Carmen Jorda, this girl was a disaster. She's so, I mean, she has the talent apparently, but she doesn't have the speed to be in the formulas where she was. Like, she got hired as a Renault test driver in the 2005-6, somewhere there, when she had demonstrated nothing, and there were other drivers that could actually bring more into the team than what she did. She participated in GP2, for example. She did absolutely nothing, even worse than Calderon, right? And you can see here, Master Formula 7th, Master Formula, Spanish Formula 3, not qualified, 20th, 4th, which is something actually okay, 22nd, and 8th. I'm guessing this is according to the category, yes. So this is the general standing, and this is the category standing, right? 8th, so she did it even worse the second year. And Campos Racing is one of the best teams in Spain, if not the best. So European Formula 3, 21st, 1 point. European Formula 3, once again, 6th with 30 points. I'm guessing this is because of the category as here, once again. Perhaps she has a slower car. 6th in her category. LMP2, 14, IndyCar Lights, 16th, not even close to a victory. GP3 Series, 14 races, 28, which I'm guessing is last. GP3 Series again, 30th, so it's not last, but almost. GP3 Series, 29th, nothing. F1 Lotus Team Driver, there you go. Sorry, 2015, there you go. Development driver. How can a girl that is doing absolutely nothing in her career, and she's getting beaten left, right, and center, get a development driver thing in Lotus? Of course, many people said that it was because she's hot, right? I mean, blonde, thin. What can I say? I'm not gonna say anything to make her look less, right? Just because of physical appearance, just because she's a woman. Doesn't matter if she's hot or not. Look at the results. And again, the next year, same thing. And if you see, ever since, she did absolutely nothing in every single category that she raced. So this girl does not even get close to having a chance in F1, and still Lotus hired her, or Renault, or whatever, hired her to be a development driver. Susie Wolf, or Susie Stoddard before, right? I think this is the first driver in F1, because you can see 2002 she was active, right? 2012. See how many years passed since the last driver, that female driver, in the 1980 something, until Susie Stoddard came into the screen, right? And another driver that, as you can see, that she did more tourism GTs, right? The DTM in Germany. British Formula 3, she finished 18th, not much. British Renault UK, 5th, 9th, 18th. You can see there's a progress, but as she goes up a category, again, 18th. DTM, that again is not an F1 car. Not big results, right? No podiums, no victories, fastest laps, anything. 4 points here. Development driver for Williams, which we all know why she got it, same like Carmen Jorda, right? Or Tatiana Calderon. Test driver. So not much to give. And these are talented drivers, right? And this is the first woman. So these are the most recent ones. So let's go to the history. Maria Teresa de Filippis. I think she's from Italy, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. One of the pioneers, right? She had some social position, and that's why she got the opportunity to be able to drive. And I'm saying she got given the opportunity because in the 1950s, imagine how the situation was with a woman, that she had to be given the consent to drive, right? She didn't qualify the first race, but then again, she actually managed to qualify in some races. Still 0 points, right? Leila Lombardi, famous because she's the first woman to score a point. And so far the only woman to score a point, right? That took the thing from Filippis, second woman driving an F1 car. Divina Galizia, I'm guessing she's from Italy. I have no idea where she's from. Looks like all of them are from Italy, right? Desiree Wilson, another driver that tried. Most of them didn't qualify for many races because they were not fast enough. And of course, not even close to scoring a point. So what Leila Lombardi did, it was kind of okay. I want to see the results of that Grand Prix because I'm guessing, seeing that it was Montjuic, racetrack, which who don't know, go and check it. It was extremely dangerous. There were a lot of accidents. Probably some people died. Anyway. Giovanni Amati, another driver. Looks like most of them are from Italy, right? Again. So, none of these drivers did anything except for Lela Lombardi, who scored 1 point. And you see the ones that are there, without the W series, they will have no chance of even getting the super license points. So there is this question that should be raised, right? Should F1 make an exception in the super license in order to have a female driver in the F1 grid? And I asked this question, and I'm guessing there's many people asking the same question, because it looks like there's a big social pressure to have a female driver in the F1 car. And I will tell you again, if they put any of these drivers in an F1 car right now, they will get extremely humiliated, because I don't know if in one lap they can compete with a man, but for sure in a Grand Prix distance they will get beaten so badly. So, and you have to consider F1 should be, or is supposed to be, the elite of the elite, right? Only the fastest drivers, those who show they can win Grand Prix in junior categories. None of the female drivers that I showed you so far, recent ones, has demonstrated even being close to winning. They don't even get podiums in the lower categories. How can they get into F1? And I am afraid that very soon we will see a woman sitting in an F1 car. If you saw my last episode, for example, you will see that Craig Pollock is planning to try to get an F1 team that has 50-50 men-women employees, including the female driver. For that, they will have to make an exception with women for the super license points, which would be extremely unfair, because all the drivers that have demonstrated they can be an F1 driver, perhaps more than a female driver, they will not have that chance. So that is not an equal opportunity team. Formula equal, they call it, right? Equal opportunity? Not really. You're sacrificing talent, and I'm not saying women are not talented, not drivers, not engineers, whatever. There's a lot of F1 teams right now that they have female employees, engineers, strategists, whatever. But that is not equality. If you have 10 women and 100 men for the job, for 5 positions, and you give 5 to women, 5 to men, what if from those 10 women only 2 have as much talent as 8 men from the 100, right? And I'm saying 10 and 100 because more or less this is going to be the situation, how it's going to be like for every single position an F1 team is going to be looking at, including drivers. You see mechanical engineering, aeronautics, whatever career, you will see that there's much more men studying those kind of careers than women. So the percentage is going to be not the same. So Formula Equal will start by not being equal. Not the same opportunity for everybody, right? If there is a woman that is much better than a man, it doesn't matter what they are doing. Driver, engineer, whatever. Of course, she should be higher. No discrimination. 100% agree with that. But for drivers, so far, in equal opportunities, they cannot. And I say so far, but I mean, I think in history, they will not be able to. Again, an F1 car in TV it's very easy to drive, but it's extremely physical car. It's extremely physical car. Anybody who has tried an F1 car that is not a driver, they will tell you how difficult it is even to apply a brake. Yeah? I saw many videos of amateur people getting into an F1 car, the engineer telling them apply force on the brake. They will do as hard as they can, and they will tell them you didn't even get to the 50% of what is required. And this is amateur men that perhaps have a good physical condition, I don't know, but still, if man cannot, right? You can just see how firefighting training can be. Women do not even get to half of what a man is required for the job. It's gonna be something like that. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you think that the F1 should make an exception for women to be in the grid. What's it gonna look like? Leave in the comments. And see you in the next episode. Perhaps not with so many interesting stuff.